Greetings, warriors. My name is Tom, and I'm here with another Hearts of Iron 3 game, playing as the Japanese, using the Black Ice modification version 11.3.3. 11.3.4 is out right now, just not using that at this point in time. They got another version coming up down the road that's, I think, probably going to be version 12 with some changes and stuff, so we'll see about that. But right now, just playing with something I'm familiar with, comfortable with, and that's the current version. We're starting off with the Japanese again playing because I do enjoy playing that nation. They have a lot of tech that they need to research. Their production, they need to produce everything under the sun because they have a massive land war in China to have to deal with, a massive naval war in the Pacific to have to deal with, and they need not to shirk on air power either. We'll start off here the very first turn. I'll just go through my normal things that I like to do here. We'll go ahead and tick through each of these individual options here. The first that we've got here is the informative events, which basically gives you a breakdown of what each of the black ice terms are and the different units and things of that kind of nature. There's actually a couple pages worth of stuff here. I always just disable it for 1 year for right now, just to kind of get out of the way. But I do refer to it every now and then. For the start for the game, we're actually going to progress into hard. Lately, I've been playing on normal, and I've been finding that way too easy. So we're going to make it a little more difficult. The difference you can see is that revolt risk actually doubles, but on top of that, we get some malices towards all kinds of different things. The manpower, IC, our resources, all kinds of different stuff is getting some malices here. So this will make things a little bit more difficult. At the start, we'll actually probably be able to bulldoze through a lot of those issues here as the game progresses, but we'll choose hard for right now. Very hard, as you can see the difference there. Yeah, it's just a little bit too difficult for me. And grow fast, no, I'm not that good. So we'll stick with hard for right now. Nothing super special here to handle. We'll move on to production queue, which I've taken a look at. Let's go ahead and get some stuff addressed here real quick. We'll leave that alone here. Tech, we want to get this all taken care of as well. We'll start off with just 20 leadership points towards research and the rest towards our officers. I like to maintain 110% or better. 110 is all you get to see for your officer ratio, but I like to get that going towards 110% because we will be going to war here in just a matter of 18 months or so. We'll go ahead and select a whole bunch of different things here to help improve our manpower, our IC, leadership, efficiency in both IC and leadership as well, research. We'll also get ready for war. There's a few things we'll be taking here. Move on to industry. Not too much here, though we'll want the bonus supplies that those provide. Japanese appear to take casting. I think I need to take steel electro welding. Can I build steel? Yeah, I can build steel refineries already, so I don't need to worry about electro welding. So we'll take both of those. Heavy armor forging is for your big ships, capital ships. That just includes aircraft carriers, which, by the way, I will be building dozens of aircraft carriers. I want over 2 dozen aircraft carriers at the start of hostilities with the United States, and have almost 3 dozen, say, in the later parts of 1942. I won't be actually doing anything here in secret. The Japanese just don't have enough. As you can see, we start with 41 leadership. That'll go up over time. I'll probably get about almost double that as we progress into our war with China. But that's not enough IC for me to dive here into the secret area. Let's get all of our construction taken care of that we need. I'm not going to worry about building fortresses. I'll be on the offense. If I was playing a different type of game, maybe I would go fortresses, but nah. And then next, as we're going to war soon, Grand Battle Plan is what the Japanese use for their military doctrine. So we're going to take everything here under the sun that we are able to. There we go. So that leaves us in the red here. Politics, there's only a few things we're going to be able to address here right off the bat. So I don't think we get to, we don't get to do anything with the civil laws. We are going to lower our military service length to 6 months draft. That way we can get the improvement, about a 9% swing in our IC. We get some mouses to like officer recruitment, things of that kind of nature, but we don't need the manpower right away just yet. And that's all the money I have. Intelligence next. Make sure that we're throwing some counter espionage up here. We do kind of need to raise up our national unity some as time goes on, but there'll be events that'll do that automatically, so we don't need to worry about that so much. Okay, we'll let time advance a little bit here and save it. First save of the game. Doesn't crash, so yay, we're okay there. We need to lower that. There we go. And next. So let's tick off some of these things here. Just a bunch of stuff here that we're taking right off the bat. Okay, the Bank for National Settlements. This is where you sell some supplies for cash. We do need some cash. We're okay with supplies, so we'll go and get that going here. Abyssinia. Even this will piss off the Italians by sending troops to Abyssinia. The upshot is once that's all said and done, which is around May or June of this year, we will get a militia and recon unit brigade, two brigades, I should say, and I believe like a couple of the techs in our infantry, like infantry gun, perhaps small arms, things of that kind of nature, will get learned as well. So we'll go ahead and take that here. Military trucks, it just activates our military trucks. Light vehicles, same thing. Puppet, we have one puppet, well, two, I guess technically Korea counts as a puppet, though it's not on the same line as Manchuria. Looking at the political map here, you can see Manchuria is this big country right here. What's the other country? Manchuria, Manchukuo, and this is Menjiang will be created here momentarily. But for right now, we just get one puppet that we get to tell, how to go about handling their builds. We're just going to focus on army for them right now. That's all. We want to do the long-term investment for the first year. That'll help push us towards some improvement in our resources because we'll need steel and rares. We're okay with oil and energy. Espionage and spies. We want to just get that IC efficiency. The plus 1% helps out a lot. We'll go ahead and blow through all those here. Advance time again by a couple of hours. Save again because we actually did some stuff. We do have a trade up here. We don't need fuel, thank you. All right, motorized and mix support choices, and let's get those difficulty settings also selected, and leader backstory. This is a, go ahead and clear those out. This is a hero unit that you get. I always try to make mine to be a Marine leader. Okay. So our mother, she was a pioneering scientist in her chosen field, so that way we get that research efficiency. I guess I'll leave it over here. Just because Japan lives or dies based upon their navy, I'm going to select was an adventurous sailor for my father. That'll give a bonus to our naval organization, and also for everybody else, including Navy, the organization regain rate will be improved. My childhood, so we can get some IC going. I could really use the leadership, I want to say here, of 4%, but we really need the IC. We'll be building lots and lots of stuff. So we need that extra IC here. So we love to daydream and build things. Our childhood hero. This one, I don't know. I kind of waffle on all these. I probably would do the industrialist, so I get the bonus, the IC again there as well. But I might need the manpower as well. I'm already getting a 5% IC bonus on my previous choice, so it'd be nice to get, kind of balance out there with some extra manpower. I took a manpower hit too, if I remember correctly. So I don't know. 6 to 1.5 dozen the other here. IC bonus or manpower bonus. We'll do IC bonus. As a young adult, again, I live or die as Japan based on my Navy here. This will help improve our build time for the Navy, which we will certainly need. 2% may not seem like much, but when you're building 2-3 dozen aircraft carriers that take anywhere from 18 months to 2 years or more to be built, yeah, you want to shave off some of that time. So we'll say you're a sailor. All right. So now we're up to our difficulty settings here. I'm starting first with the minors, and I have the way I do it is a little bit more historical than not, which, by the way, that is the overall impetus of this playthrough is I'm going to be playing Japan in a very historical type status. The events that come up, I'll follow through with what Japan would have done historically anyway, for the most part. Maybe some differences here or there that I'll point out. But we're not going to be attacking, full on attack with Russia. We'll just be doing the minor skirmishes that'll occur this and next year. But we'll be focusing on our conflict in China, and once China is wrapped up, pushing Tibet and the other country that's Xinjiang or something like that north of them, and just kind of hold on that battle until it's December 7th, 1941, whereupon I will go to war with the United States, as well as later on, a couple months after that, go to further conflict with the rest of the Western Allied nations, Britain, Netherlands, etc. Um, the difficulty setting I like to choose for my minors, which are really kind of affects the German and Italian AI player more than not, is to make them more historical than not. So for like AI minors, which in this case would be pretty much everybody that's not not joining the Axis or allies right off the bat, I like to make them to set up very easy. This will, as you can see, the top result there, Denmark gets a 125% fuel money supply throughput resource bonus. If as you go further down, you'll notice down to like very hard, for example, they get some even better bonuses. So choosing very easy, it won't be a pushover necessarily, but Germany will have an easier time, Italy as well, for those miners that they attack and go after. So I like to go ahead and select that right off the bat. The AI Axis miners, I just choose easy. As you can see, this pretty much just takes care of the all the current Axis miners, historical, Finland, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria, Manchuria. I just select easy so they get some better bonuses, but they're still kind of a bit of a pushover. So if when the AI allied nations start going against these Axis miners, they'll have an easier time than not. And I do the same thing, easy, for the AI allied miners: Belgium, Netherlands, Greece, South Africa, Mexico. There's a few others, I believe, beyond that. Alrighty. And then we go with all the good guy settings, if you will. There we go. So here, China, I've already selected hard difficulty for myself. I choose hard for China as well. Historically, could choose very hard. That just makes the war in China last a bit longer. It kind of has its benefits in that regards. That a longer war in China means that my troops get more experience. I will beat China anyway. Even on even at GrowFast. China, I'll beat them eventually anyway. It just takes a long time to do so. Um, but I think, yeah, I think I'll do very hard for China for this point, just to have war drag out. Typically with China, what I'll do is I'll select hard difficulty level for China, normal difficulty for myself, and I can usually wrap up the Chinese land war early 39, well before Germany starts off World War II. This playthrough, picking a hard difficulty level for myself. I want to do the same thing for China. I want to see how that goes. If I can keep the war in China going even throughout 1939, not a big deal. I want to keep war going for Japan all the way through to 1941, just so that way I can have that juicy IC bonus. Um, but also, too, I think if I can get maintain my land combats going in China for a long time, that'll give my troops some much needed experience overall. So we'll do very hard here. The Soviet Allied AI difficulty settings is a bit of a tongue twister. I'm going to do hard on both because honestly, Soviet's only going to be affecting the German and Italian AI. It's not going to affect me whatsoever. So I don't want Germany to be like trying to get into starting off Barbarossa, and maybe 2 months into the war, they're starting to run backwards into Poland. I've seen that before with the harder difficulty level. So we'll just do hard Soviets. And I'll do the same thing with the Western allies, which for the most part, as you can see, UK, Australia, Canada, United States, I think New Zealand is also included in that too. We'll do hard allies. I do want to challenge, but I don't. As far as the Americans are concerned, I don't be banging my head against them, so much so that it's almost next to impossible to win. So I guess there could be something to be said about being able to be a bit surprised, maybe follow more of a historical or, as Japan, I have a very, very difficult time in taking out the Americans. Coin flip time, we'll just choose hard for right now. Alrighty, and for my allies here, we're going to choose very hard on both. I don't want to do grow fast because I don't want to give them that much of a benefit, but I don't want these guys dying in the first year of the war. So, or for Germany, say dying in 1941, and Barbarossa in Italy, dying in 1940, to Britain invading them all over. So we'll say very hard on both here. Get that going. Now we have the some upgrade choices here where you can choose up to 4 different technological research options. Here with the mix support, we're not going to be using that so much so as Japan, but I do want amphibious armor because I will have marine, so I'll certainly want that going. We do want recon, just so we can move pretty quickly. Engineers, so we can get assists in attacking difficult terrain. Try to be as historical there for Japan as possible. And we'll do artillery in this case here for the Japanese. Give them some better artillery. So cool. That's all done. Motorized support. We're not going to have much motorized support. I think there'll be about half a dozen or more light armored tank units and a couple of motorized units for the Japanese at relatively at start and moving on into the war with China. But we still need to make sure that we're given the best units possible. Recon, again, for obvious reasons, we want to move fast. Engineers, we want to be able to attack across difficult terrain. Artillery, follow up with same thinking there. This will be a kind of a anti-tank. Really don't need to worry about. Not going to be fighting armor all that much. So there, we probably want a light armor upgrade because we'll have light armor. We're not going to worry about medium or heavy armor as Japan. Okay, done. We'll advance this by a couple more. Here, speed it up there. And let's see here. New day is dawning. This will be my hero unit. And let's show you what that looks like here. Oops, they are in. By the way, I'm playing on a 24-inch widescreen monitor, 1920 by 1080 resolution. I'm just currently using this at work. At home, I have a 32-inch ultra widescreen monitor that has like a 3400 by 1440 resolution, I believe. So this I'm looking at it feels okay. It's not terribly small, but it's a lot smaller than I'm used to. So here's my hero unit, as you can guess, word U. We're going to peel off the HQ defense and military police brigades here, regiments. I don't want to use those. I'll keep the anti-air. And then we're going to go into our production queue division. We're going to make an SLF. We want to get rid of the anti-aircraft and division headquarters. This way I'll build a marine unit for my hero unit that will then merge in together here, the anti-aircraft unit, and then my hero unit will act as a military unit. So we'll get that started. We want to, there we go, get that going. And real quick too, I didn't show you, here's the stats of a hero unit. We can compare against a veteran or elite leader unit once those come out. But yeah, your hero unit is really, really good. Overall, you can see, yeah, I'm pretty good, soft tack and all that kind of stuff. But man, those benefits. 95% fort attack, 25% river attack defense, amphibious. And this is why I want to set them up as a marine unit. For one, as Japan, I need lots and lots of marines. But two, throw on my hero unit onto a marine unit here, and yeah, that amphibious attack movement, yeah, really, really good. And you can see it's just all these other benefits here. No real malices to speak of. The jungle attrition, that's even though it's a -1%, Antarctic's -2%. That's actually a lower attrition that helps to minimize the overall attrition from what, say, a normal unit would leader would be doing. Which, if we look at yes, that HQ unit here, for example, well, okay, I take that back. They only have a -1%. We're at a -2%. Maybe they're really good or something. Anyway, so that is that setup here. We're going to let time advance a little bit. We'll speed things up some here. Oh, we do have some money. Let's see here. Can we get up to... Yeah, I don't want to kill my consumer goods all that much. Can I change? Do I need to change out anybody around here? Well, we don't want the Prince of Terror. Silent lawyer, leadership modifier. Would it be better to have him or a crime fighter? Yeah, let's go. Let's keep with that guy just because. Capital. Oh wait. Oh yes, this guy is really really good. Now, normally, most games I play or most nations I play, I don't really see somebody like this where they get destroyer, cruiser, and capital ship techs. It's usually get to pick, is this going to be a capital ship guy? Is this going to be a light, a small ship guy? But he gets all three. So every 4 to 6 months, something like that, I'll be getting a few techs here in cruiser, a few in capital, and a few in the escorts. I think even a few in carrier that I'll be getting anywhere from 30 to or 25 to 40 points in. So yeah, we'll keep him where he's at. Political intel, ruling parties part. Yeah, to be honest, I don't want the -2 IC efficiency. We will change him out to that guy. These we don't care about for right now. That's all good. Can we change? Nope, we don't want to change. Volunteer army, 6-month draft. Okay, I think I've done everything I can here. This is the only thing I could change here to get some more IC, but I'm currently where I'm at, 68.18. If I change over from consumer to mixed industry, I'll be taking a hit on the consumer goods. I'll lose that 10% IC malice, which is about 13 IC, but I'll be taking a 15% IC hit on consumer goods, which I think that's that 50% will just get added to that 46.7 that we need. I believe. I don't think it's 15%. Of 46%. I think that would make that 61% total. So that would be the 10 IC that I would gain from removing that malice. I would lose 16, 17 IC to put toward, in consumer goods. So that would be a bad thing to do. All right, we'll let that go as is. All right, our focus, we're going to focus on natural resources for right now, just to help improve. As you can see, we need steel and rare items here. Tech. What? So diesel is what the Japanese use for 1938. Diesel, only 35 in gasoline, so we need diesel. I want light aircraft, just that way they're built quicker, and fly faster, further, etc. And we need casting. So diesel, casting, light, diesel, casting. This one right here, and you can see the difference between those two. It's basically the difference between welded and cast armor. But yeah, our air build time, air and armor gets built quicker, move faster. Heart attack, I get a mouse on, but again, I'm not fighting a bunch of armor units. That's not a big deal. I'll keep forgetting. I think this is Vickers. Yes, Vickers steel. Use copper instead of nickel. So we want Vickers non-cemented, and we'll do open hanger. Because we take closed hanger, we then would have to take double hanger, so we could balance out that loss of the CAG size. Open hanger, we get improvement in morale. Yeah. So Vickers open, Enter service. Well, I could say favor the IJA right now because we're building a Marine unit. But quite honestly, we're going to be building naval units really, really soon. I think it's this year. How quickly does this guy get built? December 10th. Doesn't need. I don't need military units built that quickly. So we'll favor the IJN. And what does China want? They want to sell me supplies. Nope, I do not need supplies. Thank you. Alrighty, we're getting to the first year here. Our first day, or through the first day of the first year. So we got some events here that need to be happening. Road, railroad, seaports. Cool, cool. Yugoslavia. They will sell us. Oh, that's a bunch of metal they'll sell us. Yeah, we'll take that. All right. Let's see what we got as far as our events here. Okay, right to left. Budget reserves. Cool. That's just letting us know that, we got to watch what we do with our money. We got to build up to over $3,000, I think. If we get to 2,500, there is an event that says, hey, you're, getting kind of close. You're treading water. And if we get down to $2,000, then we start getting some malices, some hits to our productivity and morale and stuff like that. Which, speaking of, we need to improve. There we go. This needs to go up as well. I think I lost a bunch of IC. That's what might have happened. Let's set this to 27 for supplies, and then let that tick. Once this starts going over 40, then we'll let this tick down some. All right. Fascist militia brigade. Sure. We will take a unit. I think that gets built here eventually. We just want a normal strategic resource just to make things more difficult for me here. Korean independence, we'll just defend the status quo. The other option would be Korea no longer becomes a puppet and they become their own country. Nah, we want them. All right, got some more events happening here. Some pretty cool stuff here. All right, handling the Zapatsus. So you can see the options between support and challenge for them. You get an IC bonus of 5%. It's just the malice depends upon what you want to take, either money or ruling party support. The other option is support challenge where you only get 5% IC. Nationalize and militarize, you get a 10% IC bonus, which is far much better. But the malices are far greater as well too, where it was just a 10% money hit, 10% ruling party support, which that's what I would take if I was going for just that. Here we take a 20% double money hit, 10% resource hit, which we really don't want to do. But conversely, consumer goods during peacetime, 10%. That means I think that's 13 more IC we would lose. So a 10% IC bonus would not be that big. That would wash that out entirely. Though the consumer goods during wartime, that's pretty handy considering we're going to be going to war pretty soon here. So yeah, I think I'll take the wash because you see this lasts throughout the whole entire game. Since it lasts through 1968, we won't be any changes to this feature here. So overall, while we lose that IC bonus, and would actually then be gaining a loss to our money. Long term, once we go to war mid 1937, our consumer goods required will drop by another 2.5%. We get the 10% IC bonus, so yeah, we'll do the militarize. Greater East Asia Crew Prosperity Sphere. This is, where are you? There we go. It's these little events here. You need to have 2, 3, something like that. Puppeted units to at least hit level 1. And as you see here, it needs to be greater than 3, equal to or less than 4. Need 4 puppets for the level 2 bonuses. Level 3, you need 5 puppets for those bonuses. which that's a lot of bonuses there. And then all the other bonuses here, we need 6, I believe. 6 puppets to get all these bonuses. Yeah, 30% IC bonus. We definitely want that. So yeah, cool. Thanks for letting me know. I think under special, we can start researching the Type 9395 torpedo. You can read the specifics on there. The Japanese had the best torpedo, my understanding, the best torpedo in World War II at the start of the war. It took the United States a couple of years to kind of get caught up. When they were at war with Japan, took a couple of years to get caught up there. But thank you for letting me know on that. And we'll throw that on for right now. All right. I got couple more personality effects. I don't know if this actually affects the AI, but if you're playing Germany or Russia, your leader will do some funky stuff that will give you some benefits, but also some penalties from time to time. About every 6 to 12 months, Hitler steps in. I have more experience playing Germany than I do Russia, so I know every 6 to 12 months, Hitler steps in and gets all mad and says, you know, you're not doing good, and gives you some benefits, but also some penalties. He also has interactions with his leaders that can give you some benefits and penalties as well. So we'll say yes on that. I don't know if it actually affects the AI, however. Japan historical buildup. Yes, we eventually want the Yamato Musashi. If we do it my way, there's no penalties or benefits given. But if we do the historical naval plans, we get even better air and naval build times. Plus, it'll also, I think, throw another event a couple days or weeks down the road where the Japanese build OOB pops into play. All right, so need even more consumer goods. Well, we'll leave that. We'll leave that. All right. Let's save the game again since we had a bunch of stuff happen here. And Yunnan wants to sell me metal. I thought I was buying metal from Yugoslavia. We still need 42 more metal on top of that. Okay. Alrighty, good thing I got tons of money coming in. We got a bunch of stuff we're still gonna be doing here, but let's get the first few days out of the way. All right, I got some more. Okay, so we actually dropped a couple percentage points in IC efficiency. Also, I think that's because of the what we chose for the resources, strategic resources. That's what that hit affected us by is the IC efficiency, and also because we don't have enough of particular resources, naval build time. Yeah, see, we're on shortage 4 for everything. That's IC efficiency production negative 1.5, and I think there's a naval. Where's the naval one? Naval build time. Alrighty. Veteran units. We'll see this pop up from time to time, which that's good. It's going to say excellent. Creation of battle commanders, good as well. And here's that veteran division. And if you look, can we actually... you can see some of the differences. Less strength, better morale, heavier fuel and supply consumption there, better defensiveness, toughness. There's a bunch of differences there. Let's drop down here. You can see a few differences. Your hero unit better in attack and stuff like that. And then when it comes time for the bonuses to all these different things, you're 10% flat across the board for a veteran unit. And you see where the hero unit stays there. I don't think there's a mountain attrition here. That's interesting. Yeah, overall 10% flat all down the board. Yeah, much better. Let's move these 2 units over here just to kind of get them ready. All right. UK wants to buy energy from us. That's fine. Consumer goods needs dropped a bit there. Good as well. All right. Let's speed this up a bit here. There we go. We got some more events going on. Natural resources just kicked in. Day zero, effectively, so no big deal here. I'm going to try to nationalize the private sector to get increased money there, but probably what's going to happen is we'll actually lose money and supplies. Not a big deal. The others, we don't want to lose organization, even though it'd only be for a few months. We don't need to worry about getting stuff built quicker. We don't care about territorial pride. National vault risk would be kind of nice there, but that daily descent change, 60% chance of losing IC. No, thank you. So we'll just say this here. And what did we get? Nationalization? Yes, we did. So I see the minus 5% for the nationalization of the private sector. So we rolled under 60% there. Second Naval Armaments Supplement Program. This, as you can see, under the ship production text, that's going to throw all our build OOB into play there. Our science guy, as you see here, boom, gives us a bunch of points in all kinds of stuff, 25 to 30 points in all kinds of different stuff. Small warship stuff, capital ships, cruiser stuff. Yeah, that's a lot of different stuff that's going to get some bonuses. All in all, that's good. We can do mixed industry, but as I looked, that's not worth the IC loss there. All right. I got a few more more stuff going on here. Revolts. Yes, we want revolts. I won't. Yeah. I mean, that's nice, but that minus 50% money, that's a huge hit there. Revolts aren't all that terrible. It does at least provide your units a way to get some experience and things like that. Not much we can do here, which actually, now that I think about it, let's drop this down. We can spend 2 days in oh, look, see, there's all our units, all our fleet. The Japanese OB popped into existence there. We can take 2 days because we're going to lose 1 point in descent. So we take 2 days with not putting any IC towards consumer goods. So we'll leave this over here for right now. We want to continue the Manchurian project because, again, we would lose Manchuria as a puppet. We don't want to do that. So we want to continue the Manchurian project. And, yeah, give the AI ability to do invasions as they need. So this is because now we've got, instead of shortage level 4 with everything, we actually have a surplus in tungsten, a neutral chromite, copper, and a shortage level 1 in everything else because we're in that under 200 IC range. Once we go over 200, I think it's 200 base IC. Once we go over that, then we will need 2 strategic resources. I think it's 1 strategic resource for each band, full band of 100. So 0 to 99, you don't need anything. You can have a shortage, it's not going to affect you. 100 to 199, this is what happens, and then etc. 200 to 299. If you don't have a zinc, that you need 2 zinc at that point. So we're good there, and we don't need that much reinforcement. So let's drop this down to 35 IC. Okay, let's let some more time pass here. These are all the different buildings. Again, this will be described as to how they affect you in the help file that you get right off the bat. We're at -1 here. Let's see what Siam says. They want to sell us 10. Make it 19. Sure, we'll buy 10 there. We'll sign, lose a point in descent, get our consumer goods back up. And let's go to another day. Alrighty, so we have a railway gun. This is the only railway gun I'm going to be getting as Japan. I think there's an option to get a couple more after this, which I will decline. There's not that many land fortresses that Japan needs to go against. Is Germany? Yeah, I build lots of railway guns. All right, for the Emperor, looks like we need to throw some more into consumer goods. And let's get this down to 30 IC. There we go. Oh, yeah, we lost quite a bit of IC there. Oh, okay. Alrighty, let's let another day pass here. OB events, yes. So this will give us events that'll provide us with freebie, quote unquote, freebie units. You do pay for them though. I have to flip over to the utility window and set my IC gain or IC expenditure towards these freebie units to 60% so they get paid off quick. I'm going to save at this point here. At this point, also, I'm going to go ahead and call it. I will start another episode here very shortly, but I don't want to take up too much of our time here in the very first episode. I do appreciate you watching. Stay tuned for episode number 2. Thank you.